Hey, 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 beautiful people. It's happy hour.
Yeah.
Hello.
Listen, and my girls are in the building. Come on, you guys.
Yes.
So, listen, we're few in numbers tonight, but baby, we got a lot to talk about.
I'm back.
Hey, godmother.
Hello.
Hey, beautiful.
Okay.
Godmother, can you hear me? Okay, she's finishing some stuff up. So listen, you guys, it is happy hour.
Yes.
And in happy hour, let me get her. Hey, godmother.
Hello.
How are you,
I
beautiful?
did it. I'm great today. I'm great today. I am great today.
Well, godmother, look, we got some stuff to talk about. But before we talk, I need a drink, okay? I need a drink. Maybe I'm the only one who needs a drink. But I've had a long day. And I just need something to take the edge off my day, you guys.
Yes.
So everybody get your shot together. Y'all, I know it looks like wine, but tonight it's not wine. This is not that, okay? But I want to make a toast. I want to make a toast to strong women building strong bonds and making strong changes in the lives of others. Here's to the ladies, T.O.P.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm grateful. Water with that.
Yum.
You don't have that little, you know. So you guys, we were talking earlier, and I want you guys, those of you who are on, I want you to share this broadcast. We're going to get ready to talk about some things, and we're going to bless some people on tonight. So make sure you share this broadcast. Share the broadcast. Listen, we're going to give some stuff away. Listen, it's going down. Not in the DMs. Okay, it's not going down. It's going down. Okay. And so, as you guys are sharing, let us know where you're tuning in from. Who's on the line? Where you're tuning in from? We want to shout you out. We want you to know that we see you and that you matter and that you're important to us. So, who's joining us? Let us know. Let us know. You never know what might happen. Come on, you guys.
Yes.
Right. While they're doing that, hey, Sharita Leon. Hey,
hello.
Listen, while they're coming in and they're telling us where they're coming in from, why don't we go around and you guys introduce yourselves, tell a little something about yourself. Let's start with you, Shell.
Hello. It's Michelle Nickelberry, and I'm from Dallas, Texas. And let's see, I'm trying to think of the best thing. I'm going to save some of that for later. I'm just here from Dallas, Texas, and I have, 5 children, 2 grandchildren.
Okay.
Wow. Girl, you look good, honey.
I saw a picture of you in a uniform.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a law enforcement officer?
I was a law enforcement officer back in the 80s and 90s. I was a Dallas police officer.
What?
Wow.
Absolutely.
Girl, that means you know how to wield a gun.
I do.
I want to learn because I want to be like Charlie's Angels girl.
Okay, honey. Okay.
I already know how to wield the handcuffs. I just need to learn the gun. All right, Dr. Z.
Yes, I am Dr. Z. I am from Mississippi. And the best thing about it, I have ranked up to supervisor in Tava, and I'm excited.
Yes. I love it. Y'all, Dr. Z put a muzzle on me tonight. She said, Dr. Z, I'm praying because I don't know about you. I heard you purring last night. I don't know. And of course, last but not least, the illustrious godmother herself, Miss Dorothy Cook.
Hey. And I got a question for y'all.
Uh-oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-oh.
What do y'all think about your president telling people to vote twice?
What?
Oh yeah, it
What
was
about
on the news. He said he told people to vote twice.
Mm.
Well, how are you gonna do
Yeah, you tell me.
that?
I just couldn't believe I read it. He told them to mail in and to do the other vote.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I see.
President
I see.
Donald Trump.
I don't know.
Woo!
And I didn't see nobody. I'm hoping I missed it because I didn't see nobody rebuttal him or say anything. So I'm praying that I missed it.
Well,
Oh,
listen.
So what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that?
well, that's a hot topic. That is.
Yes.
Well, I tried. I went out and I worked the election polls, and so I know that that here they keep everything pretty tight, and they keep everything what I think is the way it should be, and they have us watching everything, paying attention. But if we send you a mail out ballot and you come in to vote, we won't allow you to vote.
That's good. That's good.
That's the way it's supposed to work.
But the president of the United States of America is telling people to vote twice.
Yeah.
Well, this is my take on it,
I'm
right?
agreed.
We know our president's special. And so I've learned not to just take what he said. Like I try not to give him a lot of energy because it drains me, right? Like I just be like, oh my goodness, I got a whole headache because you say some of the most ridiculous things. And then, my mood is all off. I can't with him.
That's what my mood is off now. I saw that. I say, who does this?
Right.
Who in their right mind does this?
Listen, Godmother. So we gotta shift your mood. Let me shift your mood for a second.
Yes.
Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther.
Yeah.
Black
Look at
Panther.
that smile. Look at that smile.
Awesome. He was our superhero.
Yes.
And he was to young Black children what Obama was to us.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then for them to now have seen both a Black president and a superhero, my grandmother would turn over in her grave. The only Black person when she was alive that was on TV was Amos and Andy. I don't know if y'all ever remember that. Amos and Andy.
Wow.
And she would stop everything she was doing to see them on TV, just to see a Black person on TV.
Wow. Wow.
And now, I wish I could just, some people say sometimes you wish you could talk to somebody gone. I would love to have shown her President Barack Obama.
Yes.
Because she wasn't a slave, but her parents were.
Wow.
My grandmother was one of the first to graduate from Spelman College. Her picture is in the, what do you call it in Washington? Yep, she was in the first class that graduated from Spelman College.
That is amazing.
Nice.
And that is legacy. And really, when you think about Black Panther, like that movie, like created legacy.
Yeah.
In fact, if you look at Chadwick Boseman's repertoire of movies, he played icon after icon.
Yes, he did.
Icon, and ended up being an icon.
Right.
Yes.
But I saw him do James Brown and did all the moves James Brown did. I said,
and can sing.
Yes.
Can sing for real.
You know, ladies, one thing that I think that is so important that we have to keep in mind is not your birthday or your death date, it's the dash. I heard somebody say once before that we have to make our dash dance. And he did that. He made a dance.
Did you see that statement that he made at the end? He said, I don't know what it was. He said, I've used all my talents. When I go, I want to make sure I have no talents left. That brought tears to mind. Tears to mind. It reminded me of Dr. Miles Monroe.
Yes.
I was in the Bahamas waiting on Dr. Miles Monroe the night he was killed.
My goodness.
Oh.
We were having a seminar, and we were waiting for him. And I remember his daughter said she was out setting up the bookcase for him to sell his books, and she said, "Wow, I just called my dad. He didn't answer." She said, "Let me call my mom."
Wow.
She called her mom. She said, "My mom and dad always answer my phone. Always answer my phone." So she got in a little, what's going on. And 2 seconds later, they said the plane had crashed.
My God. I remember
And
that.
they took off running to the site. And I prayed. I never asked them how much they saw, because I prayed it, because I had a friend who's one of the people there was a policeman, and they took pictures, and the pictures I saw, I prayed to God that they didn't, but anyway, we were there waiting for, and Dr. Monroe would say, "When I die, I'm going to die empty."
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
One of
He
his
used to say the
sayings.
graveyard was full of purpose and gifts and talents. And
Yes,
I
and it
remember
is.
that time. It is. I remember that time when Pastor Miles Monroe passed away with his wife. It wasn't even really a mourning time. People were excited. They were celebrating his life because he had truly died empty. He had given people around him everything that he had. And the
Everything.
best thing about him was he grew other leaders to take his place before he could retire, before he could do anything. He grew other people. And that's what I like so much about Tava. It's a place where leaders
can
are
grow.
building leaders, right?
Yes.
They're pouring everything that they have on the inside to the people under them so we can catch it and grab it. Now, here's the question, Dr. V.
What's the question, Dr.
Here's
Z?
the question.
Come
What
on.
are we going to do with the legacy that people have left behind? If we have superheroes, what are we doing? What legacy are we leaving? Are we teaching other people
Yes.
what people have taught us? What are we doing? Like, man, we doing Wakanda forever. We're going to be doing that forever. But what are little girls that may be watching us right now, right? That see how we talk about the grandmother, that see how we talk about Dr. V. Michelle, myself, and all the other ladies of TOP, right? What legacy are we leaving behind for them to one day say, I want to be like those Tavans. I want to be part of what they are part of.
Yes.
That's what we need to be talking about.
I want them to always be business minded. Have your own business, because all a job do is rob you of entrepreneurship. It robs you. It robs you. You never want to be an entrepreneur. And we've been so job minded, we got to turn these young people around. It's not about the job, it's about entrepreneur. You got to be an entrepreneur. That's the legacy I want to do. I did it my way. Who was that saying that song? I did it my way.
Yes.
I do it their way. Do it your way. And that's what I want these little young girls to do, it their way. Don't work for somebody like we did all of our lives. And at the end of that life, you still need some more money.
Come on. But
that's
you know
good.
what, Godmother, that's the reason that I started the Walters Academy for Entrepreneurship. Like, I literally was looking at the inequities in our community. And I said, what is a great equalizer? The great equalizer for everyone is entrepreneurship. And listen, one thing I know about us as Black people, we've always known how to find something to sell. Like,
come on now.
We were entrepreneurs before we knew what entrepreneurship was. Okay. My great grandmother used to sell hot tamales, right? She would make the hot tamales and she would sell them. Listen, and so before I understood that I came from a family of entrepreneurs, entrepreneurship existed. And I began to look back. And in a little bitty small town in Kentucky called Russellville, Kentucky, I look and I see now a legacy of entrepreneurs. I see these young people selling lashes and hair, and they're making stuff and they're doing stuff. Because they understand that there are no jobs there. There are no jobs. So what do you do when there's no job? You create a job for you and jobs for other people.
You create a business. You create a business.
Absolutely.
A business.
Absolutely.
And you have the employees. God didn't even set it up for us to be like this. He did not.
That's right.
He didn't set it up for us to be slaves again to jobs. We made it that. And we make jobs so important that you tell your kids, what wealthy people tell their children, go to school, get a good education, come out and own your own business. We tell ours, go to school, get a good education, come out and get a good job. Good job. Make mommy proud.
Well, you know, and I caught a lot of slack because I didn't tell my kids that. I have a freaking PhD. I didn't tell them that. I never was the one to push go to college, because let me tell you, college got me. Yes, it absolutely, it got me a PhD. It did. I had some good jobs, but those good jobs didn't pay enough to pay those good loans that I still got from getting good education, right? And so for my kids, I told them, listen, you find what you're passionate about and you do that, and you do it till the wheels fall off. You find a way of doing it. And when you do that, you'll never work a day in your life. Because at the end of the day, my desire is for them to build legacy. You know, not just for me to build legacy for them, but for them to build legacy. So when you talk to my kids talk about what? Money, securing the bag. They need the money to go to work. Hey, let me use my gifts and my talents. And so, listen, Michelle, you've been a little quiet. I know we're talking.
No, I'm listening. I'm soaking it all in.
But Michelle, for you, what is it that really drives you in terms of this thing called entrepreneurship? How did you find yourself here?
You know, I have probably been, I guess, kind of like you said before, I've been I've been an entrepreneur for probably a little over 20 years. So I've always done something. And so and actually the godmother is the one who called me. And as soon as she called me, I said, you know what? I've known Dorothy for 12 years, 13 years, something like that. It wasn't even half a second. I said, you know what? Let me get on board this art. I know that if the godmother is involved in it, then I know that God is involved in it. I know that it is something that is amazing. It is something that is good, and I want to be a part of it. And so, you know, it's funny because I've only been in here since May. My daughters, I have 12-year-old twins. My daughters have now decided whenever they leave the house and they go somewhere, they have tea and coffee with them.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm raising them to think about being entrepreneurs. They both want their own businesses.
That's good. That's good.
I tell people everybody in the house should be involved. You know, if you got a dog, put a shirt on him. Let him run through the neighborhood with the shirt on. 2.5 pounds in 5 minutes. I bet you somebody will call. I remember a young boy that he used to. Oh my God, he sold so many products like we had. And at that time we were having meetings, and his mother told him, say, for everybody you get to come to the meeting, I'm gonna give you $10. How about 10 of his teachers showed up and the mama didn't know what he told them? Okay. They showed up and he made himself $100. So get your kids involved. Let them see what it is to be an entrepreneur. They can talk to their teachers when you can. Hey, my mama got something to do, make you feel good. Got something to make you look good. Teach them and let them talk about it. So when they see I have kids who be out and they say, look at that, she sure need the tea, don't you? They be looking and notice. But you tell them, my grandkids say, she needs your tea. I say, you're right, baby. You know, it's just now that we can't go up to people like we used to, you know, because people pull away and back away, but still teach the children. If they get in school, you know, I don't know if they're going to let them back in school. I don't know what they're going to do. I just don't know. I've never been seen us like this, period. And it's just amazing the things that are going on. But with Tava, we haven't missed a beat. If anything, we've sold more products during this pandemic than we did before.
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
But you
people
know
were
what,
home,
Godmother?
working from home.
But that's the thing. Listen, Tava and this industry in general is an answer, you know,
Yes,
and that's the
yes,
thing. We have an answer for people.
yes.
See, people have a problem, and I teach the kids all the time. When you identify a problem, if you can develop the solution, you'll never be broke, right?
Come
And
on,
so we
that's
have a
right.
solution. We have a solution to people's health challenges. We have a solution to people's money challenges. We have a solution to people's disconnectedness, right?
Yes,
Lack of
yes.
growth and professional development. We've got solutions. All we are is solutions. We're walking,
Mhm.
breathing solutions. And so anytime we fail to share the solution with people, we truly are being selfish.
Okay.
We think, you know, well, I don't sell, I don't want to sell nothing, and I don't know. No. You're giving people solutions. And if you're giving people solutions, who doesn't want a solution?
Hello.
Okay. But I want to tell you something. People always say, I don't want to sell. And I ask them, I say, what kind of purse do you carry? Louis Vuitton. You selling Louis Vuitton. They just say, what kind of clothes do you wear? If you wearing Gucci, you selling Gucci. They just ain't paying. If you went to a restaurant and ate and the food was good, and you call your friends and say, girl, that food was so good, you sold that restaurant. They just didn't pay you. So everything in this world is sold to you, through you, over you, around you, up under you. The world is made of sales. Everything is sold. Think about it. Only poor people, and poor is here,
Right.
talk about what they don't want to do when they don't have something. I don't want to say, well, you've been sold to every day. When you go in Kroger's, they don't give you that food. When you go in Walmart, they don't give it to you. They sell it to you.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you go, girl, Walmart had a sale. Mr. Walmart ain't finna give you a dime, and now one of them Walmart children ain't finna give you nothing. As a matter of fact, they don't care if you come in their little dirty stores. But all of them dirty. I ain't never seen that. You know, like Walmart is Neiman Marcus. You understand? And people are looking at you. I've never seen anything like it. It's like,
but Godmother, you said something. You said you're either selling or you're being sold.
Yes,
But
yes.
check this out. If you are a people who have always been sold,
Come on
I
now.
want y'all to catch this now. If you have always been sold, right? And so you were never the seller. You were always what and who was being sold. You are comfortable being sold, but you're not comfortable selling.
right. That's something.
Dr. V, don't get me excited now.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful. You're comfortable being sold. You were sold all of your life. I'm gonna tell somebody. Every time I go to Baltimore, there's a restaurant there, Crab Shack, Jerry's Crab Shack, Jerry's Crab House or something. I've been going there, I know, for 25, 30 years. And I don't know how many customers I've sent there because they got the best crab cakes in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And when I go over there, Jerry won't even give me a free crab cake.
Wow.
Won't even discount my meal. And I've sent him thousands of customers.
Wow.
So people got to realize you are selling whether you want to or not. Unless you're butt naked, and if you're butt naked, you're selling God. Okay, because God sent you here. Okay.
You selling God or you selling something?
You're selling something. You're selling something.
Yes. Yes. Now, Leah, I know you just joined us, but I want to give you a chance to hop in on this conversation. I know what are they talking about? They talking about selling, being sold. You naked. What is you selling? I know you like, what in the world is going on this happy hour? Okay. But Leah, listen, when you think about entrepreneurship and you think about legacy, what does that look like for you? Because I know your kids are out there hustling too. I see them.
Baby, look, here's my philosophy. First of all, I believe heavily in lineage and legacy, as all of us ladies and many entrepreneurs do. Because when it's all said and done, what it is that we're sowing seeds into is our future. Right. And for many of us, unfortunately, that looks like a GoFundMe account when we're in trouble, or it looks like a, donation jar being passed around when we come up against a struggle. And the other thing that it looks like is the mindset that lets us know that an employer will bribe you with a salary in order for you to help him build his dreams, as a way to deter your focus from your purpose and your dreams. Yes. And unfortunately, because we become comfortable in the lifestyle that we develop from that 5 or 6 figure salary, it prevents us from being willing to be uncomfortable. And so for my children, I was raised under the mantra, get a good job, go get an education, get a good job. College wasn't necessarily the push thing. My parents were from the trade industry. So they received trades. A lot of the baby boomers were able to create careers with trades that kept them employed for 40 plus years. And then they were able to leave that particular company with a pension, with some type of income, with some type of retirement, with a 40-year PIN. And that's a beautiful legacy that they have laid for us. But what it has also taught me is that I had to create something different if I wanted to see something different for my lineage and for my legacy. And I stand on the shoulders of the hard work and the ethics that I saw my parents put into place. And I also stand on the shoulders of the entrepreneur spirit that was embodied in both my grandmother and my grandfather. And I believe the marriage of those two, the work ethic of my parents, the entrepreneur spirit of my grandparents, is what drives me to know that A, we can't be in a position where we can't give to our children's children. Right. And B, when it's all said and done, they gonna know that Rutherford was their grandmother and their great grandmother and their great great grandmother because of the seeds that I'm sowing today. And I must model that in my seed. Right. That 8-year-old and that 15-year-old that see me around here every day. Just had a conversation on the way here from dropping off my 15-year-old because, she needed to get to basketball practice at the last minute. And the conversation was something like this, the 8-year-old saying, Mom, why do you have to travel for work next week? And then the 15-year-old saying, Mom, my iPhone is broke. And, like the conversation that's surrounding daily needs. Right. And for me, it's baby, mommy has to travel because, why I travel, why you got to eat every day. Right. My kids say, Mama, why you got to work? I say, baby, why you got to eat? Because when it's all said and done, the needs have to be met. But I would rather know that I'm meeting those needs off of the work of and the sweat of my brow than that I'm depending on somebody that is dictating to me when I can and can't get up and run my daughter to a spontaneous AAU practice. Right. Or when I can and can't, be available when the baby says, Mama, can you just stop work right now and come in here with me because I'm scared to go to sleep by myself? But at the same time, for them, I'm modeling the power of having my own and the need to be able to push forward in what it is that we have begun to lay the groundwork for our lineage and our legacy. So my great-grandchildren will have Grandma Rutherford's picture over their mantle because the town that they're living in will have been the one that has the big R plate on the gate that the guard is opening up because we've already created what it is that they will know that will be their silver spoon. So they don't have to start off with $100,000 in college debt. They can begin with a deed to a house so that they have a level playing field in a world that says that we can't. Okay.
I remember the Kennedys, the Kennedys.
That's what I'm talking about.
They had every child born into that family got $1 million. And that's why they used to say one of them had 13 or 14 or whatever the kids, you understand? But they was born into that. Okay. We raised our kids. We didn't raise our kids. TV raised our kids. Okay. That's why there's so many challenges and stuff going on now.
Right.
Tava has given us a way, and not that there's not other companies out there, but this is a Black-owned billionaire, about to be a billionaire, excellent company. Kenny Lloyd will be the first Black billionaire that we can give to show our kids. You know, you don't have to be out there on a job. You're not going to make $1 million on a job. You're not going to be $1 billion unless you're an entrepreneur.
Right.
Unless you invent something, you're not going to get it on that bad job that's robbing you of your dreams.
That's right.
So Kenny and Shantae is setting up an example to show people, hey, we can do this too. We can do this. So that's why I'm excited about Tava. That's why I'm excited about young kids getting. Look at the sheltered daughters, 18 and 21. You know, pay their college loans and stuff. That's what people need to see from Tava. Yeah,
I love it. I love it. Listen, you guys, we are overtime, okay? But
we
listen,
got to give away something.
and listen, we said last time that we were going to give something away. We didn't give anything away. So what we need to do is we need to give something away, right? We started out the show talking about a particular superhero. The first person to name that superhero will get a 2-pack sample of our amazing Caprice CBD coffee, right? So come on. We talked about a superhero. What superhero did we talk about? Doom, 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 doom.
He was Black. He was
But
Black.
listen, while they're putting the answers in the chat, put it in the chat, right? You guys check out your watch parties to see if they're putting it in the chat in your watch party. If they are, make sure you let us know. But what is who is the superhero that we started out the show talking about? Talked about a superhero. Who is that superhero? That person wins a 2-pack of our Caprice CBD coffee, and y'all want that in your life. I'm telling you, you want it in your life. Now, as we, Facebook user, and listen, please go to StreamYard and give them permission to share your name so that we'll know who you are, okay? Because we can't see it right now. So it's okay. It's okay, y'all. Come on. I'll give you a hint.
He's Black.
Thank you, Godmother.
That's the hint, Godmother.
Yes. Summerlin said Wakanda, but who is the superhero? Who is the superhero? Come on, y'all. Somebody get the answer right.
And if you don't know, you look it up because you need to know.
Listen, I'm just saying, Siri, who is the Black superhero? Siri will tell you. Google will too. Okay.
And ask one of your kids.
Okay. They'll know.
Yeah.
They will definitely know. So, ladies, as we wrap up, and I want to make sure that people know that not Blade, not Chad.
No, come on. Who is that?
Chad is correct. What is the superhero? Chad is correct, but who did he
Luke
play?
Cage. Are y'all serious?
There you go.
Somebody just said,
but who did he play?
Rochelle just put it up there.
All right, y'all. I got to go help Serena win this match.
I know that's right.
Godmother is serious about Serena winning this match, y'all.
I know.
I'm gonna have to go. Me and Godmother gonna have us some head-to-head and some tennis because she's been talking about swinging this racket for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
You know she can walk circles around the distance I ride on that bike. She walks circles around me. So and wait, I just gotta jump in. Did y'all see her with her abs showing?
If you play tennis, get your racket and come on out to the park.
So you guys,
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make an executive. Sharita, that's exactly what I was gonna say. That we're gonna go ahead and send it to Summerlin because she was close, right? She was
Yes.
close.
Yes.
We're gonna go ahead to Summerlin. Inbox me your address and I'll send back to you your 2-pack of the Caprice coffee so that you can experience it. But yes, Shelly, Black Panther is the correct answer. Listen, we want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight and sharing with us. We've got to go because we've got an amazing presentation. In fact, Miss Leah Rutherford is up at 8. Whoop, whoop. Sharing how it is that we have been able to hop on and have this amazing relationship and have fun together through this amazing company called Tava. So make sure you get on. If you go on, you're going to go to www.diamond120.com so that you can join us. Diamond120.com. That's where you're going to go. And then at 9 p.m. at the same address, you're going to hear from Adon. Adon is going to talk about the amazing company, this opportunity. So if you can get on at 8, great. If you get on at 8 and you love it, get on at 9 with some guests. Come on, somebody.
Yes.
With you at 8, right? Listen, ladies, as we are preparing to close out, what do you want to say to the people as we leave?
Thomas!
Yes!
CBD is here to stay, baby.
Come on. I love it. Michelle.
I just said, believe in yourself. If there is something you want to do, put your mind to it. Don't let somebody else tell you what you can't do. Believe in yourself.
Come on, Dr. Z.
Hey, this is a great community. If you need to be a part of something that's working, not just talking, but something that's working, come join us over here at Tava.
I love it. Ladies, as always, it has been my great pleasure to be your host. I'm Dr. Veronica Walters, also known as Dr. V. Listen, we love to keep it lit. Tune in tomorrow night, 7 p.m. for the next episode of Happy Hour with the ladies of TOP, where you know that you're going to have fun. You're going to get some intellectually stimulating conversation, and you are definitely going to laugh. Listen, we love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have a great night.
Good night.
Good night.
All right.